What up geeks, welcome back to our channel. We don't do many of these videos, but I wanted to bring a game to your attention because it feels like no one's talking about it and it's awesome. It's called The Cycle and it's developed by Yager and published by Epic, which might explain why it's got so many similarities aesthetically and gameplay wise to Fortnite and Dauntless. It's been around since I think August in early access and it's really good. The idea is that you're a prospector on the alien planet of Fortuna 3, which is basically like being a vault hunter in Borderlands. You're a gun for hire sent down to this hostile alien world to complete contracts for one of 3 factions. Yager are quick to point out that it's not a battle royale, and it's really not. For a start, there are 20 players per match, and you can either be alone, in a pair, or in a squad. But if you choose to play alone, you can initiate a pact with another player, which weakens your shield, but obviously gives you an advantage over other solo players. And once your boots in the mud, you'll need to move around collecting and completing contracts such as harvesting ore or collecting biomass from aliens, defeating unique enemies, rebooting power plants, and activating relay stations. Every contract earns credits and standing with the faction you're currently working for, but you can switch between them as and when you please between missions. You can focus on one, or they've all got different benefits for you depending on what kind of prospector you are. So, you know, one of them gives more powerful weapons, another one gives gear that improves your speed and agility. It's that sort of thing. So you can buy gear and upgrades on the fly with money that you earn while you're on the ground. So all you do is call down a gear station and then you can buy a gun, and then it'll be delivered by orbital drop from the space station. It reminds me a little bit of a game, what was it called on PS3, Starhawk. Does anyone remember the game Starhawk on PS3? It's a bit like that, where you just call things down and they sort of slam into the ground and you can collect them. So you unlock new weapons and gear by earning blueprints, which are given to you by the factions for completing contracts. Now the title refers to the cycle of extreme weather that constantly batters Fortuna 3. So if you get stuck in the storm, it'll kill you in minutes. So every prospector has to take advantage of windows of opportunity, which are windows of clement weather, which last conveniently long enough for a 20-minute match. And while you're down there, you complete as many contracts as possible, and then you've got to clear the evac point in time to get away before the storm wipes you out. It sort of makes for quite a calm yet hurried first half of the match while you run around trying to get as much done as possible, but it's followed by a really frantic sort of every man for himself free-for-all in the last few minutes of a match. It's really fun, and you're not exactly encouraged to kill other players. You can loot them if you do and take over their harvest points to expedite your own interest. So yeah, being a shady bastard certainly helps, but you can respawn once per match too, so you've got to be aware that if you double cross somebody, they are going to get a chance to respawn that one time and avenge themselves. So you know, if you're going to do that, you've got to watch your back. I've played a few hours and I can't help but feel like Yager have a potential hit on their hands. It's not a battle royale, but it is 100% a Fortnite style game. It shares similarities with both Fortnite and Dauntless. It has a battle pass system, a ton of cosmetics and emotes to unlock. There's a shitload of weapons to craft and buy and decal, and it's almost certainly going to come to consoles, I imagine. I don't know, they haven't said anything. This is not, don't take this as read, but I expect there'll be a console version down the line. For me though, it feels more fun than either Fortnite or Dauntless, which it obviously shares a stable with. The instant action feel of the missions and the beautiful colourful graphics and the frantic nature of the end of match pylons. And it's this tense pack system that makes it stand out as much as the insane weather and the alien, you know, giant bugs and stuff that are after you. It's really cool. It feels different. You know, and there are vehicles as well, and turrets and mini storms that drop these highly lucrative crystals that are worth risking your life to collect because they're worth a fortune. But to get in and get them, you've got to brave these mini storms that kick up, and they're slamming the ground with colourful lightning and the winds buffeting you. You can barely see, and the rain slashing down. It's really atmospheric and really cool. So yeah, that's The Cycle. I don't know, there's no word on console release, I don't think, as yet. It's only on PC at the minute. It is Epic Store exclusive, as far as I'm aware, which I know some people don't like, but that's the way it is. Epic are publishing it, but it's really good. It's a really fun game. It's definitely worth checking out. If you're on PC, do check it out. It's free to play. Just download it. I think it's about 20 gig or something to download. But yeah, Yager are the developers, published by Epic, and it's called The Cycle, and it's bloody marvellous. Check it out if you're on PC. In the meantime, I've been Mick Fraser, God is a Geek, and you guys have been lovely. Bye.